Tzvi broker and Rabbi Gerzi from Pilzno Work Inspired, back again, continuing our conversation about what are we really davening for when it comes to our finances over Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur. So in our last talk, we highlighted the fact that while it's true that we do ask for money, the actual lashon, the actual language that we use in our tefillah is not directly for money, right? And we highlighted, we say, Avinu Malkeinu Kasvenu B'Sefer Parnassa. This lashon of Parnassa, which we spoke about in our last talk, right? If you didn't have a chance to see it, make sure to check out the recording. It's a lashon about fulfillment, of being fulfilled with what you do. But there's actually an additional layer to this powerful word Parnassa that we want to build out a bit. That this word Parnassa that we find in Chazal is connected to the word Parnes, right? Which is somebody who is in a position of leadership. What do you think that's trying to teach us about what it means to actually have a Parnassa?
So, if we look at some of the Rishonim, we look at the Maimar Chazal and the Rishonim that speak about this, I find it very interesting, because what is a leader? A leader is somebody who has the ability to have a vision and then take others with them on that journey to achieve that vision. A leader is somebody who's engaged with the people. They see and they hear what's going on and they react and relate to what's going on. Another way of expressing this is that Parnas, this leader being engaged, is called das. It's consciousness. I'm being conscious. And what we're saying here, according to a number of our sources, is that Parnassa is having the ability to be in a state of consciousness and really truly engage in what we're doing. Now, there's another layer that we can add here. And this is more of a mystical idea. The layer is as following. That when Adam ate from the tree, when we call it the tree-eating boo-boo experience, Adam Arishon eats from the tree. So there's this cosmic shattering. And the idea that the mystics lay forth is that there's this shattering, and we call them Nitzoises Kedusha, holy shards. And these shards fall into all of reality. And our job as human beings, the human experience is, as we interface, as we relate to the physical world, with consciousness, we're actually relinquishing, releasing, and elevating these sparks. And the narrative, the storyline is that when we have picked up all these sparks and returned them to the rightful source, the rightful place, then the messianic days will come, Moshiach will come, and the world will come to a greater state of completion. So when we speak about Parnassa, it's very beautiful. Each and every one of us, we are here to express our deeper self. We're here to give something to the world that the world has never had before, the world has never seen. As the famous saying goes, when we were born, Hashem said the world cannot exist without us. That's what our birth is. And we're reborn every day. And every single day we wake up in the morning, it's a personal message from divine intelligence that you matter and you have a job to do. And the reality, as we believe, as we experience it, is we interface with the physical world and we're picking up these sparks. Parnassa is a big part of that. The Baal Shem Tov teaches us, and many others, they teach us that going to work and being inspired and being fulfilled with what we do to the best of our ability is actually an unbelievable way to release and to excavate those Nitzoises Kedusha as I am, as an individual, relating to what I'm doing as I earn money. So Parnassa, this idea of leadership and consciousness, is that I lead my life, that I'm understanding that through my work, and I spend so many hours at work, I'm doing something much deeper. I'm excavating. It's very spiritual, very ruchnius. And just to add, and then I would like to hear what you have to say, but just to add to this, is through keeping Shulchan Aruch, these are our tools. Torah, Shulchan Aruch, Gemara, these are our tools in how we excavate.
Wow. Yeah, that's I'm just thinking about this, what you shared in terms of this parnes and being this leader, is that I know what's very much spoken about today in the workplace, right, is that if you want to be able to take people, right, and motivate them to do their job well, you want them to take ownership, for what they're doing,
Yeah.
right? You want people to become, it's not just a job that they need to do because their boss is on their back, or it's not just something that they need to do because they're going to get paid, but they feel that there's a connection, a personal connection of what they're doing, so that they take ownership of the job. And it's interesting, based off of what you're saying, that this lashon that's used of Parnassa is that Hashem wants us within our jobs, that we should take that ownership and we should take that leadership, so that therefore in whatever job a person's doing, he's able to not just be this person who's just, showing up and just doing what he needs to do, just to be able to get by, but he's able to really take that leadership role. Like I always tell people that I meet with, be a leader in whatever you do, because ultimately that's going to help you to become successful, in not just your job, but in your career. So this keyword, once again, of Parnassa that Hashem puts into this tefillah, it's amazing, right? That the Chazal, that they're telling us that when we're asking for the new year, right, that we understand it's not just about the money, it's not just about that work itself should be fulfilling, but that work should be a spiritually uplifting experience.
And it's connected to reality. It's connected to the totality of reality.
Right, that we experience it in that way, that we should actually experience work in that way. And by doing that, we're able to find that personal connection to what we're doing. And then that leads into feeling an ownership of what we're doing, which ends up leading us to become more successful in what we're doing. And then just things just continue to go in a positive direction.
Amen.
So we should all be blessed, as we to have this year, right, a Parnassa Tova.
Amen.